There's a new rising star in the world of Jewish spirituality, and his name is Gedale Fenster. A series of personal problems led him to turn to the ancient writings of an 18th century Hassidic rabbi, Nachman of Breslov. His teachings helped Gedale rebuild his shattered life, and now he's spreading the light, the wisdom of Breslov. Every day he is bringing the rabbi's teachings on spirituality, positive thinking, and healing to millions around the world on WhatsApp. I had a chance to sit down with him recently in Jerusalem. Gedale, thank you so much for joining us and making time for us on your visit here to Israel. I want to start and ask you why you believe that the message of Rabbi Nachman of Breslov is so relevant to young Jews, because your lectures are changing people's lives, touching them, moving them.
Rabbi Nachman knew the human condition of suffering. He knew the ups and downs people were going to go through. And he gave us a very practical way to deal with our challenges today. And he recognized that it's man's human nature to escape life. But instead of escaping, unfortunately, to other things, escape to spirituality. Working in addictions today, people are craving toxicity instead of craving infinity. So Rabbi Nachman basically gave us the direction to channel your cravings to different things.
Tell me how this all started, because now you have something like 20,000 people on WhatsApp listening to your messages. How did it all start?
It just happened by mistake. I went through a very challenging time 7, 8 years ago. I went through a divorce. My son got hit cancer. 3 or 4 very, very big events happened in the same month. So usually our soul or our guardian angel, it tells us where we need to go in life. And apparently at that time, I was not doing my mission. So sometimes a midlife crisis is actually a very good thing, because it guides you. And when you go through pain, you start closing your eyes to a bigger picture. And that led me to what I'm doing today. And then next, I did a class one time and recorded it. People liked it. They asked for more. And here we are. Here we are after.
There are so many people today talking about spirituality and how to connect. But you seem geared really to talking to people who are kind of in crisis, in transition, facing really big challenges. And that was also something that Rabbi Nachman made so central to his teachings.
Well, Rabbi Nachman says, he actually quoted, and he says, people think faith is a minor thing, but I'm telling you, it's everything. Where, people are in this generation, I need to see it to believe it. When I see it, I'll believe it. If God makes a miracle for me, I'll believe it. But it's completely the opposite. When you believe it, then you start seeing things. So there's times in life we could be very successful, we could be very intelligent, but there's times that you're going to have to press the emunah button. There's times that you're going to have to, I would say in Hebrew, the word bitul, cancellation. I wouldn't say surrender, but recognizing that there's a much bigger picture going on in life, and it's happening for you, not to you. And then once you start with that mindset, you start getting excited about the challenges instead of letting the challenges basically overtake you and get into a state of depression, God forbid.
You often focus in your lectures about the importance of a husband and wife getting along, and also about the singles community. I mean, there seems to be such a problem today with young people committing and getting married. What's going on?
A lot of the times that I've seen with singles is a relationship is a place you go to give. If you're going to go just to take, then anything that goes wrong, the relationship's over. So you really want to go to a relationship to give. I always tell people, they ask me, could you set me up with this? So basically you're telling me you want to bring a toothbrush to a relationship. It's obviously not going to work. God blesses a relationship once 2 parties are both giving. Where it's just for the person, too much obsession with self. And that's what a relationship is a place you go to give, not to take. So if that mindset's there, it's a better chance of it working out. So today's generation is very me, I generation, and if it's not fitting my life or what people are going to say with this person, they're not connecting to spirituality, they're just connecting to physicality.
You often talk about having a connection to God and not just about tradition. And that's not really something we often talk a lot about in the Jewish world, but you say it's so important. Why?
When you don't have that relationship with God, then something can go wrong in your life and you don't understand it. So maybe you start giving up on God, and then you give up on yourself. So that's why it's so important to have the relationship, because when you have the relationship, the lacking in your life is a chance to get closer to God. Instead of avoiding life, we start approaching life.
A lot of your lectures are really about how we need to kind of change the way we perceive things, that reality can't change, but we can change. Why is perception so important?
It's a Kabbalistic concept. It's called Mochem Katnut. Mochem Katnut refers to a person's being in a small mindset. Mochem Gadlut refers to a person in a bigger mindset. Like a good example would be life is happening for me, not to me. It's a very famous Tony Robbins, what he says. But this is the concept that Hashem created the world with love. If Hashem created the world with love, then He's doing it for you, not to you. So how we rebranded that message, it's exactly the way God created the world. God created the world. Of course, He created the world with love. But just like a parent cannot hold the child's hand his whole life and expect the child to have emotional resilience or deal with challenges, our Creator has to separate and create this concealment and revelation. So one day God is concealed, one day God is revealed. He's there always. But the concealment allows man to pick free will, allows man to overcome his challenges.